So it's winter, it's about 2 degrees, but we can start thinking about being able to use the camper again soon. One thing that's been bugging me though is the I've been just using store stuff for defrosting the cars. So one thing that's been bugging me though is the mattress here. It's quite thin. Now there's not a lot of height, so you can see it's actually compresses down easily, but there's not a lot of height here, so I want to put something on there. Either I put something underneath or on top. So maybe I think it needs to be something firmer, because the problem is when you lie on here, you lie on your side, your hip sort of pushes down until it's pressing into the plywood underneath, and it gets pretty uncomfortable. So you end up, you're fine initially, then after sort of half an hour or 20 minutes your hip aches, and then you try turning over and then that hip aches, and so it's really annoying. And I mean, we've had this camper for, I don't know, when did we buy it? 2012. So we've had it for 13 years, and I've not bothered doing anything about it, but I'm just getting sick of it. So need to get some foam or something. Maybe as like a topper would help, because the only thing is it's a inconvenient, or it's an odd size. So I think it's 2 meters long, but it's narrower than a double bed. So we need to measure it first. So it's actually about 2 meters 5 centimeters. So that is a bit of a weird size. So what's the width? Yeah, it's about 120 centimeters wide. Okay, so I don't know that that's a standard size at all. So we'll probably have to get some, so we might not be able to get like a foam topper or mattress topper off the shelf, but because we live somewhere there where the furniture industry used to be based, there are still places around here that sell foam, so maybe I can find something that's firm enough to go on top here. So I've had to think about it, and rather than buy a mattress topper or a bit of foam on the top, I really ought to change the entire mattress. It's over 20 years old. Actually no, it's 30 something years old. So looked online, and there's a company that will replace it with you can order a custom size one. So I'm going to do that, and we'll see how we get on with that. They say at this time of year, because it's currently late January, it should be fairly quick, but later on in the year it gets a lot busier, or later on at this time of year, because it's people start buying replacement parts for their campers as they get them out of storage, winter storage. So I've gone with the memory foam. So their cheapest option, you have sort of a base foam layer and then memory foam on top. So I've gone with that. But because I was worried about it being too soft, and I really don't want a repeat of the problem where we lie on our sides and it becomes uncomfortable, I've spent an extra £40 to go for their orthopedic foam. Now I wasn't too sure about that. It's marked as firm, but I spoke to one of their sales guys, and he basically said, yeah, it's just a firmer foam than the standard one. So because we got firm bed springs upstairs, I'm thinking, well, that'll probably be fine, better firmer than not. I've also gone for, there's an anti-moisture underlay, because that's actually not that cheap. That's £70, but it's about 8mm thick, and it'll just let the air sort of flow underneath, so we don't get damp build up. And I paid for a fitted sheet because it's a custom size bed. I didn't really want to be having the hassle of sort of trying to fit a non-fitted sheet around it, so I thought, well, we'll go for that luxury, and that was £50, so the total is just under 400. The new mattress has arrived. Yeah, it doesn't look very wide. Hopefully that is the right dimension. I gave him the right dimension. Anyway, we're going to leave it in the box for now, and then when we're ready with the camper, then we'll unbox it. My suspicion is this thing's going to spring out like anything, and so it's going to be easier to get it in situ and then unbox it. It can just spring out in place, or at least that's the theory. So now I've taken the old mattress out of here, and I've taken out the piece of carpet I had underneath the mattress, and what it's revealed is that there's quite a lot of damp on the surface below, and the damp stretches into the thin plywood which is in the walls, which I've never replaced. So I've just stripped that plywood out here and I'm sort of drying it off. So I'm going to look at any repairs I can do to this, or anything that needs repairing. Same thing this side. I've just stripped this off and you can just see how wet this is. I definitely want to sort this out before I put the new mattress in, which has just arrived, because the last thing I want is the new mattress getting ruined, or me having to do work, because the new mattress is bulkier than the old one. It's going to be difficult working in here with it in, and it's going to be difficult getting it out. So let's sort this before we get the mattress in. Giving it a bit of a vacuum around here. I think we can now try fitting the new mattress. This has been a long haul from the day that I said, oh, I think we should change the mattress, to actually being able to change the mattress. Because this is what happens when you start delving into these things and you discover problems that need to be resolved. So what I've got here is a which wasn't that cheap. This is a like an underlay, a breathable layer. To go underneath the mattress, so as to allow the bottom of the mattress to breathe, and so moisture doesn't build up on the plywood surface. I can't remember if we had this cut to size. Oh, they sort of edged it there. Okay, right, let's unfold it and have a look. No, clearly I need to trim this. So the mattress should be exact size, but this not. Okay, get the scissors out. I might let it curl up at either end here, and then just trim it widthwise. So I'll use this as a straight edge. Right, that's the breathable layer. Oh. Oh, it's quite a heavy thing, this. There was a lot of plastic wrapping keeping it inside. Aha. That's the mattress from Custom Sized Beds. It's the right size, which is a relief. So it should be, it seems quite thin at the moment. It's supposed to spring up over time. Now it's been released from its prison of plastic. There we go. It is thin at the moment, so that should spring upwards according to the documentation. So apparently there's a layer of memory foam on top of a sort of firm layer feels slightly moist. It's been in the box for weeks and weeks, so what I'll probably do is leave the dehumidifier on in here. But there we go, that's it basically all done. That took a bit longer than I thought, when I just thought I was going to have to buy a bed. Phew, big relief, we can go camping now.